Jimmy, just your overall takeaways from this one. Another win and good to get it in this building.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of guys hadn't been in here, like DJ Smith, and he said, "What a building! Like this is a beautiful building, for a minor league team. Great facilities for the coaches underneath, fans. So it's a fun building to play in, and I think the fans appreciated the effort."
Alex LaFerriere has a power play goal now in 2 straight. Both came from right around the net. Is that kind of where you want to see him making his money when he's in that position?
Yeah, well, that's his job. He's the right shot. So RV was there before, Gabe was there before. Now it's Laf's turn to try out for that spot. But when you score a couple goals, you get another look. So good for him. I think that one was pretty easy. You might have been able to get that one, Jules. I think that one was about 6 inches to get across the line, wasn't it? Yeah. That's right. Me too.
I may be bungling the quote, but last season it was said that Adrian Kempe plays his best game when the other team looks like they're mad at him. Yeah. Was this one of those games?
Well, I mean, it was an exhibition game, but I think every one of our exhibition games you've seen an extra element of physicality. Anaheim had a young team, but that's a big D over there, even though they're young. So they played that way. We had to play that way. But I think we're seeing more of that from our team so far this season.
And you look at the youngsters on the blue line, Clark and Spence in particular, without Doughty there. They got some power play time, some penalty kill time. What was your take on their performance this afternoon?
I thought really good the first 2 periods. The second period, we really played well. Third period, we were on our heels. They pushed a little bit. I think that's good for us. So we got a little bit of trouble on our own end. But I think overall, those 2 were solid.
Is such a big man and seems to know he's a big guy with the way that he plays. What have you been impressed by with his camp and just his games overall?
Well, that's just it. I have to give the coaching staff in Ontario just a lot of credit because Sammy knows his role. A lot of times players have a hard time finding or accepting what their role is going to be. Everybody would love to score goals, but you get to pro hockey and it's difficult. So there's different roles that you can assume, and Sammy finishes his checks, he's winning face-off, he penalty kills, and he does it every shift. So credit to him, but also to the credit to the coaches in Ontario. They've got him locked into his role and he's playing it well.
And Fagimo, more shot attempts today, a few more shots on goal. His game?
Yeah. No, I thought he played really well. I give Dostal credit. I mean, Faj was dangerous. That's the Faj we know. Not just on the power play, off the rush, he was moving. How many shots did he end up with? I didn't see. Yeah, we didn't have a final here. Yeah. No, he was really dangerous. But credit Dostal. He made some really, really good saves on him.
Rittich went to full game today. Was that the plan coming in? And what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah. First one, I mean, both those goals were kind of awkward-looking type of goals. I thought he played really well. We would have liked to win the game. Scored more in the second and maybe had a bigger lead, but there's nothing wrong with having a tight game at the end there where the goalie has to make some saves and we have to dive in front of some pucks and block shots. It makes it more regular season-like, and so you like when the goalie's able to stand in there and make saves at the end. That helps prepare him for the regular season.
You get a wider variance of experience level, talent level in the preseason, obviously. How much easier does it make it for guys to settle in when you've got Kopi and Kempe not only being productive but across all situations?
Well, here again, it's always interesting because when you're in an organization and when you're following these guys, you sometimes maybe lose your appreciation for what they do. So Noel Brown, new to the organization, and he just set up the first period, like Kempe and Kopitar, 2 veteran players, elite players in the league, and they're just going out there and playing the game right, playing the game hard. Sometimes the veterans just are getting themselves ready to play, but these guys just play hard, play the game right. And again, it's just an example of leadership more than anything else.
Just going back to the goalies really quick. Now 3 games in, is this kind of the point of the preseason where you want to have your starter go the distance rather than put somebody in late?
Yeah, I think so. I think the younger goalies, got a crack at her. They got their taste and they did a good job. And now we're gearing up. We got a funny preseason because we head to Quebec. We have a pretty good gap, only 2 games, a pretty good gap before we start the season. So this one, for me, I'm thinking of it as like a 4-game preseason. So yeah, now we're getting into, kind of our guys getting in there and seeing if they can run the full 60.